My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Noonas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
I am Amanda.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Natalia.
And I'm Sky.
And this is a special midweek edition of the Certified Noonas, woo! Where we are going to talk about what we are listening to. If you haven't already, on Monday we released the What We're Watching episode, so you should go check that out because it's a lot of fun. And I assume this one is going to be fun as well. This is not going to be as long as the other episode, I'm sure, because...
Never know. Never know.
Hey!
You never know.
Also, behind the scenes, we're recording this on the same night, so...
Yeah. And surprise, surprise, it's 10:30 and Natalia hasn't eaten dinner yet, so...
What? No.
Shocking.
It's fine. I just had a piece
shocked.
of bread, so... I had a piece of bread and some water.
There's some peanut butter on it.
Forever. There was some I had a piece of peanut butter bread.
Get a
so.
little protein boost.
Yeah, a little bit of something. Keep me going. So you should go check out what we're watching. But now we're going to talk about all the stuff we've been listening to since the last time we had an episode where we talked about all the stuff we are listening to. And since last episode we went age order oldest to youngest, let's go youngest to oldest. I'm putting Guy on the spot.
Yes, you are. First, I'm going to talk just a little bit about Spotify. We don't have to get way into it.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
Spotify, and some people might not use Spotify. So in general, Spotify is a streaming service for music. It's free, or if you pay a subscription, you can skip ads and things like that. A lot of people use it. There is a lot of K-pop on it and a ton of other stuff, of course. Mm-hmm. So I don't remember what day.
Sunday.
Yep. Time of this recording, a few days ago. Feels like a year already. A lot of K-pop listeners have Spotify playlists of various sorts. We do, even as a podcast. We have playlists that we have made for episodes that we have or we maintain. So all of a sudden, some K-pop artists or some of their songs poofed from Spotify. Now, it's not the first time it has happened. Some artists, this actually happens to quite often. It's a licensing thing. There's always licensing things for lots of things. But this was like a mass, it was a chunk, and definitely for some artists, it was their whole catalog. Some artists, it was just a few. But it was noticeable to a lot of K-pop listening Spotify users. And it's because they're licensing and contract issues between Kako M, which is a distributor for lots of different entertainment companies, and Spotify. Spotify recently has entered South Korea, and so that's all a thing.
And so, the big thing about it, like with Kako owns Melon, which is the #1 streaming platform in Korea. Yeah. So, and it's just a streaming service. Like, it's direct competition with Spotify now.
But they don't allow international people to easily use that service. I say all that to say playlists and things, some of them got affected. For other people, it didn't get affected as much.
If you've been listening to us for a while, if you ever go check out, if you're listening to our back catalog music episodes and you think, oh, I am going to go check out that playlist, a couple of them have been decimated. I will just tell you. Yeah, our Dates and Flying episode has 2 songs from N Flying in there. I promise you, we talked about them more, and we like more than 2 songs, but the rest of them disappeared. And Yoon Marais, MFBTY's old album is gone. A lot of her old album is gone.
Our 17 episode was the biggest hit one. I think there's only 4 songs left in that playlist. Yeah. Last time I looked at it, there was another one that was weirdly gone, and I was like, we had our trot playlist went away for all the stuff that was actual trot. Because we had a lot of covers from big 3 artists, so those stayed because the big 3 artists really weren't affected that much unless they were doing duets with someone. it was basically everything that like was a distributor under Kakao. So it wasn't everything. Like you can't even say like right now, like even 17, you could still find 17 songs on it. It's just most of their catalog was distributed by under Kakao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some groups it's like their old stuff, and some groups it's their new stuff because they switched labels or they switched company, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, like Astro, for instance, their 2 most recent albums and then a few singles, like they're gone for now. A noticeable artist, most of IU's stuff went poof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, that's just rude.
Epic High's stuff disappeared, but Epic High is kind of doing their own thing or whatever. They got themselves back on Spotify. So
same with Hyuna. Hyuna's stuff disappeared, and then P Nation was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nell's stuff is still mostly gone because they were under Woolham, so all of their Woolham stuff, like basically when you could consider Nell not an indie group, that side of it was taken, reason why Epic High was taken as well. And I haven't heard word from them about if they're going to do anything, but I don't... They might not. I don't think they
different
have that
groups
much
might
of, like,
be
an
able to
international...
do different things too, right? Like some groups might not be able to do anything because the contracts or something too. So, but like one of the things to remember is this music is all still available. Like most of it is still available on Apple iTunes, like or whatever. Like you can listen to it on Apple Music. You can use YouTube Music. Tidal's been really out there on Twitter, like letting you know that
they exist,
that they exist, and that they have many of these songs that disappeared from Spotify. So, like, way to shoot your shot, Tidal.
But like they're not guaranteed on any of the other places too. Just as an FYI,
they could disappear.
I think that's the biggest thing that like people keep forgetting, and I don't. It's been I'm just gonna say it, I've been annoyed with the timeline because they're expecting and demanding of like a service to do more than it ever said it was going to do.
Yeah.
Like this situation sucks. I get it. It does. But you don't own the songs. You are only purchasing a pass to listen to the catalog that they have currently. It's not just K-pop on there, and you were never guaranteed those single things. I mean, like some like groups just like were on and off. Like VIX, they probably only actually been fully on Spotify for like this year, like essentially, because most of VIX's stuff had been gone.
Yeah.
And it kind of came back, but there wasn't everything. And then one song would show up again, and then it would go away. Brown Eyed Girls, for a fact, because I had like a playlist, and it started with Abracadabra, and it was literally one of the first songs I ever put into a playlist on Spotify. I cannot tell you how many times it's been unavailable and then back available in the like 4-ish years since I put that one thing in. It's been tons of stuff. So it's like, yes, but you didn't buy that song. You bought the service to stream it. And that's, I think a lot of people are forgetting about it, because I see a lot of people actually like threatening places, which I'm like, I mean, calm down.
I totally get, like,
I get
you're paying
mad,
for a streaming service, and so now you're like, well, I'm not going to pay for Spotify anymore because my like 3 favorite groups are gone. I'm going to go pay for YouTube Music so I can listen to the stuff I want to listen to. That makes sense. Pay for the content you want. Like that absolutely makes sense. But I also see a lot of like Apple Music users who are being smug about it. And you're like, it's just choice. It's not really something to be smug about, but also people who, and then you get the like the physical copy people who are like, well, if you just bought your physical copies, and you know, if you were real fans, you'd have physical copies and this wouldn't affect you. And it's like, okay, calm down. Some people don't have like thousands of extra dollars lying around to buy everything they like. Yes, should we buy some physical albums? I'm looking into some. I want that MFBTY album that disappeared, and like, but geez, when I was trying to find it, it was like going to be $200. I'm like, I don't like it that much. Like I do, but that's a lot of money for one album. So
yeah,
I think this is also just a very speaks on like very current international music fans. because we all, like, if you were into, like, international music, like, before, like, Spotify was even around, like, you didn't even have options. Like, I, like, remember I couldn't even buy, like, all the stuff I wanted to on iTunes unless I were to purchase an iTunes card in Japan and set my iTunes to stuff. Then I could purchase some stuff. And, like, there was never this option. So, like, I think when you're, like, yelling and like, I get being, like, angry, but when you're yelling, complaining, and be like, do this or else.
Yeah.
It wasn't all Spotify's fault, too. Like, stop citing it. And, like, also, you could literally be spending your time going to check out YouTube Music or Apple Music and figuring out stuff and, like, making playlists in that time. Like,
I feel like it should also be a little bit of a wake-up call for some international fans in recognizing how actually insignificant we are in the grand scheme of things for K-pop.
You're not entitled to this.
Like, some of these acts are not worrying about it. They're not bothering to try and get back onto Spotify because, like, Melon is more important to them because they get more listens on Melon because they're Korean groups and Melon is the biggest streaming provider in Korea. Like, if it's great that you're a huge fan of them, that's wonderful, but your set of listens is probably not outweighing the, you know, hundreds or thousands of people in Korea. So, you know, they have to do what works best for them. It's their business as well, right? So it still sucked, though. It would have been nice to have a little warning, like, so.
But I mean, it was definitely a play. Like, I think just people aren't just, like, actually thinking about it straight through. Like, it's a play. Like, Spotify set Kakao up to be the bad guy, too. And it's something that's always done in business, too. So it's not like this is like a, oh my gosh, this is the first time this has ever happened type thing. But, like, you can understand. You can be like, hey, do you want to take off the stuff on our streaming platform? This is going to be your, you know, outcry to people. So let the customers actually show you what damage you're doing. And especially, I just feel like it's too early to be pissed off. Like, it's like negotiations and there are things that, like, have to happen. Like,
I'm always in these types of situations, I'm always an optimist. Like, give it a month. Some of them will probably come back.
I mean, already we told you Hyuna came back. Like,
I mean, within a couple of days, some of the stuff was back. A couple more days, more stuff was back. So give it a week, give it a couple. I mean, you also don't have to. Like, if you want to strip to YouTube, you know, go to YouTube Music, then go to YouTube Music. Have fun. Like, it's not, you know, it's just music, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
You guys also should already have YouTube Music, because stop paying it, like, stop playing ads on YouTube. Get YouTube Premium. It includes YouTube Music.
It's the best.
It's the best. You get so many options. You get, like, no ads, and you get the access to all, like, the, like, YouTube original stuff, which has K-pop things and J-rock things. Sakai no Owari has a series. There's multiple other, like, J-pop artists that have a series. BTS and Big Bang have, like, series on the YouTube Premium. It's there.
Top management.
And then just, like, other things, too. There's other, like, non-Asian, like, stuff. There's, you know, videos and movies and stuff like that. So it's just, there are options, and, like, take a step back. I think we also, this ties into what we were talking about in the last bit of the last episode. Take a step back. Listen, it's just music that I can find elsewhere too. Like, there's so many more options that have all this music around the same price as Spotify. So it's not even like this is like your only option and it's gone.
I saw somebody saying we should pick a date and time and everybody cancel their membership on the same day so they'll feel it. And I'm like, okay, for starters, we're not as big of a community as you think we are in the grand scheme of the world. But secondly, I have a family plan on Spotify. I'm going to cancel my family plan, and like the rest of my family is just out of luck because like they don't listen to K-pop. They don't care. Like they're going to be like, where did my Spotify go, Mom? Like,
yeah.
So,
and I also like don't just listen to K-pop. So like there's a lot of other stuff on Spotify that's quite wonderful.
I really like the interface for podcasts on Spotify. I mean, like, I listen to musicals, I listen to rock, I listen to indie and punk and ska from not even just Korea. Indie was largely not hit, Korean indie, and so that was like a thing. It's like
I don't think anything, you know, like I have a playlist that I throw things into to like talk about in the podcast. And I don't think any of my stuff is missing. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, nope, it's all there. It's all still there. So like,
whereas most of the ones I make monthly little ones for that, most of my stuff, I don't know what it was. It is gone. I don't remember what they were other than I can go stare at the Instagram posts I made. Like, have to go like rethink.
Yeah, I only had like one. It was Clicker.
Yep.
I think we all just need a collective like breathe in and breathe out, and it's gonna be fine.
And the music, most of it, as far as I know, still exists in other services. So like the music that is still important to you, it has not been ripped from your dying fingers. It does
Spotify
exist.
was not holding the masters. And like, you know,
it still
this was not a book burning. This was not, it just doesn't exist on your preferred platform, which is disappointing.
Which, I mean, we obviously use Spotify, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting rid of Spotify.
I like Spotify.
Me too.
I use it for other things.
Yeah.
Well, like, and I personally, like, I canceled my subscription at the moment, but I might re-up. I don't know. But
well,
like,
it's not like anything's permanent that way either, right? Like,
I didn't have
Spotify
any
back later if you want to. Like,
I didn't have any special member, you know, like I just had normal things. I can get them back in 2 minutes. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
And I have like 2 weeks to figure out if I want it back or not without even having ads. So whatever. I mean, and that's the thing. It is, I don't know. I watch a lot of music videos too. I mean,
yeah, like I was always like listening to music in a bunch of different ways. There's sometimes when I was on YouTube, like just regular YouTube, even though it counts, but like I wasn't going into YouTube Music app, and sometimes I was like listening to Spotify. When I was still at a job, I was listening to 2 p.m. on the CDs in my car. Like, I have like iPods that still work that have all of my old J-Rock stuff. Like there was, I have a lot of like different ways I was listening to it.
Like I know for me, when I used to use iTunes, like iTunes to where I would buy everything because that's what I thought. Kind of like when I didn't know that you could stream anime and I thought I had to purchase all of it, like physically. Yeah, we won't talk about that era. The fact that I didn't like Google that and think harder about it, I kind of questioned myself a little bit. And you know, buying digital music is another option, like if that's something that people dig. But so it was fine for me when I was just kind of getting into some OSTs a little bit, but then eventually when it became a lot of money, it was like, oh, people keep talking about Spotify or whatever. And even in between that, I had to use Google Music to play it on my Android. So like I was already using other stuff.
Yeah, I was also using Pandora all the time.
Oh yeah, Pandora back in the day, man. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
We think about you, and we don't want you to live in a state of really like anger because of this when you don't need to. Like, you know, just take a look at the bigger picture and, you know, use this time to make playlists on YouTube. And just go ahead and get premium no matter what. You're just going to love it. Trust me.
One thing that did make me laugh on sort of Sunday, Monday when this stuff first came down, there was a hilarious number of super K-pop like fans who have albums, who have bought, you know, they're like, I've got 5 copies of this album and stuff, and realize that they don't have a CD player. Like, there's no CD player in my car. What? I didn't know that there wasn't. Like, there's no CD. Oh, I don't. My laptop doesn't even have a DVD player in it anymore. Like, I don't, like, just a hilarious number of people with really big CD collections that don't have a way to play them, which, again, shouldn't be too bad. You can probably buy it for not too expensive, guys. Yeah. But, like, it's just it was a lighter moment in it all.
And I do want to say, in case someone hasn't thought about it, because a lot of people don't, if you happen to have one of the newer gaming consoles, other than Switch, obviously, but like the large monster gaming consoles, they play that stuff too.
Blu-ray players also play CDs. The trendy CD things that are going, like, that have been trendy for the past couple of years, like the ones that like hang on the wall and stuff, those things are only like $15. Oh yeah. You can go to any thrift store in the entire, like, at least United States and go pick out a $3 Walkman, a Discman. There's ways to also do this. And like, also, Urban Outfitters or someone was already starting to sell like tapes of some like K-pop groups. Like, I saw someone going to get Blackpink on tape, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. We're all just going back to what I was doing in the 90s anyways, and streaming wasn't a thing, so just prepping now at this point.
Speaking of streaming, Sky, what have you been streaming?
Well,
nice segue.
I was streaming Sunghyub from Inflying, his new album, On the Track. The title song is Clicker. It's fun. The music video is cute. But there's all types of performances on YouTube about it. And then one of the B-sides on that album, he sings with Cheese as well, Superstar. Like, it's and they've had a couple of stages together. It's really, really cute. Go watch them.
I like that he has that one with Cheese, and then the other song is like something in cheese.
Moon and Cheese, yeah.
It's like, this is like perfectly like him titled songs. Okay. Yeah.
And even when he was about to release the album, he had a little clip thing that he interviewed himself, so it was him in a suit interviewing him. It was really funny. He was talking to himself. AT's had a comeback, so they're still on Spotify.
Yes, they are.
But their music video is also really good, so check it out.
Yeah.
So cool.
I was saying, bring in the heat in that music video. That's all I gotta say. He's looking good.
I really did have more to say. I did have a playlist that a lot of the stuff did poof, as far as the people that I don't mainly follow, that I had kind of... And I'm still listening to a ton of Dreamcatcher too, just because, as you do. Chungha, go listen to our Chungha episode and listen to Chungha. I'm still saying listen to Chungha. But I have been listening to a lot of her, of course, because we talked about her a lot. Sunmi's new music, great.
Yes.
So good. So good.
It's got like a full moon vibe to it, and I'm like super into it.
Pixie. Yes. Jesse's the one that mentioned Pixie to me. So, but Pixie's great. Go check out Pixie. Wonho came back.
Yes, my boy. Doing his best to promote his album. Oh boy.
Dude, if I spent that much time on my body, y'all,
I would show it. I would show it
off all the time. And it's not a sexual thing. It's me being proud of what I accomplished.
I would just be like walking around in like shorts, being like, check it out, and like, listen, I get. But like, man,
this is hard work. Like actual hard work. On top of it, I'm an idol.
But is he like making the homophobes angry because he's been posting these images that highlight a certain part of his back region, and people on Grindr are loving it, which but then homophobes are real upset that gay people like Wonho. Now, I don't want to tell you your business, but if there's ever been an idol that is, through his own workings, advertising himself to the gay male community. I think Wonho is really, putting himself out there with his current activities. I'm not saying Wonho's gay. I don't care if he is, if he isn't, whatever. But his,
he's not mad that the gay men like him.
No, he is not. And
that's just, he's a good dude who.
I don't think he'd care either way. So homophobes, stop it. Stop it, you homophobes. Get bent. Get bent. What else do you listen to, Sky?
So, and everyone can come for me, it's totally fine, but you have to let me finish the sentence.
Yep.
When I first watched Shiny's new music video, I didn't know if I really liked the song very much. However, watching performances, I really like the choreography a lot, and then it turned me onto the song more, because that's just kind of how I work sometimes. If I can like visualize the choreography with the song, it makes me more into the song. So
I'll back you up. It is.
I'm not big on the title track, but I really like some of the other songs.
I think I had a knee-jerk reaction of it not being a super shiny song. Was kind of my main, like, what?
I really liked the song at first listen because it's kind of vibe that I like. But then when I watched the music video and saw that bird hat that she was, I was sold. I was like, okay, I'm in to win it now. But no, I really liked it too.
But I love the little like foot up step thing that they do in the crane. Yeah, it just.
Yeah.
I've really been kind of listening to my main people a lot the past little bit. So,
dude, I mean, it's what we all do, especially
right now.
It's a comfort thing.
And comeback time, it kind of just happens more.
Yep. I was listening to the. I watched Burlesque last night, so I was listening to the Burlesque soundtrack all day today. Unfortunately, I had forgot to log out of the Certified Noonas account, so we apparently now love Burlesque. So, that should be interesting.
I love review. Just really throwing off Spotify's algorithm for me.
Yeah,
like it's just so much fun to me.
Yeah.
So, how about you, Natalia?
For me, a lot of overlap between us. Like I've been, the Wano, Chungha, ATEEZ, Shiny, Sunmi. Oh god, that song, just that everything about Sunmi's comeback is.
I love that it's
Chef's
like
kiss.
The video is like a whole. That's Sunmi, right? Tail, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That it's like a whole Catwoman thing, but then the choreo and stuff really brings that like Gumiho kind of nine-tailed fox thing into it, which I love the way she's like combined those two sort of
also
stories
kind of
and mythology.
Almost like a peacock feathers.
Yeah.
You know, when they that's
with the legs.
Isn't that a male that does that? Not the female?
Yeah, I've also been like really enjoying like the where her and her dancers did the relay dance, and like the guys are losing it laughing because they have to like also do all like the females parts and stuff. It's so good. If you never watch like the relay dances, you should, because they're always fun.
Yeah.
Hers are especially fun.
The Shiny relay dance is really hilarious too.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Well, also what I really like about Sunmi, and I'm gonna like say this like on Natalia's thing, because Natalia and I spend most of our days just sending TikTok videos to each other back and forth.
For sure.
That's all we do. All we do.
Yep. So many. So many.
Oh my gosh, I just like I like had a momentary like loss in my. It's really late. We've been recording for way too long. Anyways, my favorite thing is Sunmi's on TikTok.
She's so funny.
And she has a tail challenge, like, most K-pop groups now, they'll like do a challenge with like a part of the dance and they get like people to do stuff. Except if you're Sunmi, the tail challenge is just filming cats' tails.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I saw it. I was like, send. And it's not even like outrageous. It's literally like it just going randomly, take a picture of the like cat's tail, low light, crappy lighting, whatever.
Don't matter. Don't
that's
matter.
It. Of course she would.
We have too much fun on, like, Jesse and I have too much fun on
Yeah.
TikTok. The one
You should
time,
find it. You should like follow us because I
yeah, you
actually
should follow
post
us on
stuff.
TikTok. Yeah.
One in K-drama, obviously.
Mine is social nice. I occasionally post stuff, not that often, but
I just
the stuff I
started
post-
posting stuff, but I think
nonsense.
I'm gonna.
I think the other day,
more.
Jessie missaw the amount of notifications from me, and she texted me. She's like, "I was just about to kill you because I thought you sent me 73 videos."
Okay, so here's the thing. In TikTok, when you get messages, the messages icon is like essentially like a paper airplane arrow type thing. And so I had turned on, like I had logged into TikTok and I had the phone kind of away from me. And I saw the notification, and so because of the way it's like at the back end of it's like, you know, pointed in, it looked like a 7 and then 3 of her like messages, and I was like,
sent her 3 videos. And
oh my gosh. Because like, to be fair, there have been times where I've gotten over 5, like, because I haven't checked in a while, which is like fine, but like 73 is not fine.
You were like flashing back to like when we first started the podcast, and we would like talk while you were at work, and come back and be like, "I'm not reading all that. Too long."
No. Like 73 would be like, I think we need to have an intervention for Natalia. She's having some sort 73? Of emotional breakdown.
Just literally make my For You page turn into Natalia's For You page because of the algorithm. That's what it would be.
No, it's really
not
funny.
That it really changes.
Often and I'm sure this happens back and forth, often Jessie will send me ones that I've already seen. So I think our For You pages are
they're
similar.
TikTok thinks I'm a witch. Fair.
Yep.
I'm like pro, like I'm you know, super liberal. Fair.
Mm-hmm. True.
And it's kind of figured out that I am into K-drama, but it kind of also thinks I'm a teacher, and I don't know where that's coming from, but I just let it slide.
I think TikTok thinks that I am a gay man who really loves K-pop and dogs.
It definitely knows that I love cats, but I follow a lot of cat accounts.
Yeah, I get a lot of Chihuahua videos, which is real on brand. Often I will download them and then send them to Sky, who is not on, at least not that she's told us, is not on TikTok.
I mean,
I have an extremely basic TikTok account. I follow like 3 things so far.
Let's find her and follow her.
Find her. But anyway, besides Sunmi and all the other ones, that's okay. I've also listened to my girl Hyuna, and I also really liked King Daniel's new single that he put out. I really enjoyed it.
He did so.
And I did check out purely because of the visuals. Kingdom's debut music video. Now, the song was not bad, so don't come for me if you're a Kingdom stan, but I like the visuals more than I like the song. But, like, listen.
Super impressive visuals for a debut,
like, the visuals were incredible. Like,
and I do know that they have a full, like, set of, like, they've got their plan for the next 2 years, and I do believe that most of it you have to be watching their music videos to get anything that's going on.
Because there's it's a very visually situation.
Centered.
It's a visually thing, which, you know what, I kind of like that sort of thing. Like, you know, like Jessie, I too am an ex-theater kid, and there's just something nice.
I'm not really an ex-theater kid. The world just made me.
No. See, you're ex-theater kid because you are no longer a kid.
Yes, I am. I am not old. What are you talking about?
Man, we've been on Stan Twitter. We are 1 foot in the grave. About to keel over and in need of oxygen to keep us alive.
That's true. The 20-year-olds are telling me that.
Ancient. You know, and I really loved ONF's newest song.
It's so good.
I listen to it all the time. It makes me shake my little booty, and it makes me feel happy, which I just really love in my life. So I'll like be in the kitchen, like washing dishes. Well, okay. Pretending to wash dishes. If I said I was washing dishes, I can hear my husband in the other room just being like, "She doesn't wash any dishes." Making tea. Here's a more accurate.
Comes in and like outs you immediately. He's like, "No, we're not gonna let these like lies stand, okay?"
He's like, girl, when was the last time you washed dishes except to, like, wash your own mug to put a different drink in it? Nice try. I clean the counters, though, like, you know. But no, when I'm, like, making a cup of tea, I'll put it on. We have a little Google Home in our, right next to our sink, and I'll be like, hey, Google. I can't actually say it, because if I say it, my Google Home that is currently next to where I'm recording will turn on. But I'll be like, hey, thing, you beautiful, by ONF. And then it's like, sure thing. And I always say please and thank you, because I'm scared of our future, you know, robot overlords. And so then it plays it for me, and I just shake my little booty, and I make my cup of tea, and I have, like, a good time. So it's like, if you haven't listened to it already, it's, like, a really fun song.
It's so fun.
And the music video is really fun, too.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of a quick story. Sorry. So Alexa, the artist, there was a video that she shared of her parents, like, opening her album and stuff and talking about, like, her photo cards and, you know, being silly about, like, oh, it's Alexa, you know, like,
yeah,
because Alexa's a solo artist, so of course it's Alexa photo cards. And they're being just really funny about it, but then all of a sudden their Alexa assistant thing started talking. It was just perfect. It was just so funny.
Always the timing on those things. The thing that mine likes to do is, if I want to listen to the song Alien, it'll say that it's about to play a completely different song, but then play the song I want to listen to. And I'm like, why you playing me this way? What's going on?
The aliens hacked it.
Yeah. Anyway, Jesse, I can suspect one thing you've probably been listening to, one group.
I mean,
the
yes,
Dreamcatcher variety.
but I feel like we talked about it last month.
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like this is a continuous thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still listening to them. Don't worry. Let's see. So because I've been watching Luca, I have found the wonder that is the OST. It's so good. If you are looking for OST songs, Luca, every single one that they've played so far, I've been, like, super into. There's an indie group called Leaves Black. They came out with a album called Farewell My Books. I'm really liking all of the songs on there. We talked about Pixie a little bit. They are a debut group with their song called Wings. They are essentially Dreamcatcher's concept, but no rock. I think there's, like, another group that most of the members are from. I haven't actually looked into them past the music video, so don't quote me on things. But I thought it was, like, a pretty good for, like, a debut from a group that, like, I don't think they have much, like, money backing them too, and I thought they, you know, it was fun, and it's, like, the type of music I like. So,
and the choreo, like, even in their performances of it, is really cool.
And literally this song, like, goes with the Pixie, like, vibe. They're like, you know, talking about that. There's an alt rock grunge group called Don Gishio. I don't know how you actually say their name. Whatever. They had a single come out, Up to the Light. Very good if you're into that, which I am, and I've been finally, like, getting things to recommend me that it's very hard to look for these types of indie artists when you don't know the language. So I am, like, slowly getting into them, but, like, I really like them, and I've been listening to them a lot, like some of their older stuff. They had an EP that came out last year that's really good as well. So if you're looking for that, they're a Korean group. Seiso Neon came out with a single. I always really like Seiso Neon.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
CL came out with a tribute song for her mother, Wish You Were Here, and it's really beautiful. And
it is.
The music video is very beautiful too. I think if you're gonna watch it, I do feel like you should watch the music video, because it's a compilation. If you don't know, her mother has just recently passed away, and so the music video is in dedication to her. And so the music video is, you know, old pictures of the two of them, like when she's growing up and stuff. So it's this really nice little slideshow of her mom, and I I thought it was a really nice little song and really nice and I feel bad that it's, out because of the reason it is, but it's a nice little tribute. Neon Bunny came out with an album called Cosmos. It's very, very good if you're looking for more indie. I know a lot of people like Neon Bunny just in general, but if you haven't listened to the album, it's really good. Another group that I just kind of picked up and found, they're a Korean group called Void. They're like a visual K group. I'm very much into them. Then we talked about Wonho. Also, came out with his solo album. So if you're looking for that, I like that. I tend to like all of IM's songs that he writes for Monsta X, so I was into most of that. And then like a couple other people like Indigo and Japanese group came out with stuff. Sudomeo, I really like. They had an album come out. A couple of random artists here and there came out with singles, and we talked about Sunghya, but those were kind of the ones that I was like focused on the most, also because I'm listening to them now. But I'm not going to say next week we're covering a group for my birthday, and I've been listening to them a lot as well, because I'm like so excited that we're talking about them. So Yay! I've been listening to them. What can I give as a hint? I probably already said. I've said something on the timeline, but it was in a reply, so no, not a lot of people saw it. I don't know. JYP. JYP. But yeah, I definitely am missing a lot of stuff because I listen to a lot of different stuff, but those are the ones that I've been on repeat and are some of my favorites from the month. So yeah, that's it. How about you, Amanda?
I would like to start off by saying that I pulled the trigger on my first ever album pre-order this week.
Congratulations!
Yes, so that's very exciting for me.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, CPR Ian has an album coming out called Nito. It's coming out in a couple of days, and
very nice.
I mean, it's Ian, it's Christian Yu. He's ridiculous with the artistry and the whole. So of course, the whole album has a theme. There's a video on YouTube of him like taking you through the album and like what each song means, and the Mito is like an alternate personality and this whole, and then like the cover of the album is like heat sourced, so like when it comes it's just like a gray blank album, but when you apply heat to it, the like title shows up and all this stuff.
That's pretty tight. That's pretty tight.
It's kind of insane. So so I was like, I had to jump through a few little hoops in order to get the album. Nothing like illegal or anything. Just I had to try and remember how to like sign into my like American Amazon account, because Amazon.ca doesn't have it, and you have to like.
At least we speak the same language.
Exactly.
Well, I will say, if you ever have to. Ordering from Amazon Japan is actually pretty easy too. Like, so it's not as hard as one would believe.
So I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, I know a couple of the songs on it already because I think No Blueberries and So Beautiful are on it. So I already know I like some of the songs. So, and I'm probably gonna let's be honest. I'm gonna like it. So.
The pre-order is always a gamble.
So I kind of trust them to like deliver, hopefully. So
and at least it's pretty.
Exactly, it's gonna be cool. It's
regardless.
Yeah, exactly. And I listened to his music so much last year that I feel like I should, throw him a little money. So thank you for entertaining me.
The question is if you're prepared to like fend off your kids from like thinking it's like messing with the heat thing on it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is cool.
hide it downstairs in my cave, and
It's kind of like when you don't always have your mood ring and you like try to like
yeah,
change it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's like his first teaser for it was like coming soon, and then he had like a lighter going across it, and the name showed up and everything, and people were like, "Ooh, cool!" And then like the next teaser was just like he held his hand down on it, and then when he pulled his hand away, like there was a handprint with the name in the middle and stuff. So I'm like, I'm looking forward to playing with it when it comes.
That's pretty fly. That's pretty fly.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So, and I do have CD players. So just in case, my car has one, my laptop, I'll be good. I can listen to it. So Cozy Pop, I've talked about them a few times. They're like a compilation group. They've had about like 3 albums come out in the last, like short albums, but since like November, December, lots of good stuff on them. There always is. On their main page on Spotify, though, they've got a song that's not listed as a Cozy Pop song, but it must. I don't really understand why it's on their page, but it's a song called Mine. It's a collaboration between Bumkey and Saran and Dress, and it's really catchy. It's a really enjoyable tune. I don't dislike any of those 3 names, so when you put it all together, it works for me. So that was nice, and it was nice of Cozy Pop to host it or something. I don't really know what the deal is there, but
you're like, I don't really know what's happening, but I really like that it's happening.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So the one I've been listening to a lot, other than Beautiful Beautiful by ONF, which when that one came up, I was like, okay, I love this song. How have I not heard of this group before? Like, I knew I'd heard of them, but like I'd never really focused. And I went to the Spotify page, and Spotify was like, you like 16 songs by ONF. And I was like, I guess I have been listening to them. I just didn't realize it.
It's like listeningception. You didn't even realize.
So now I like 26 songs by ONF or something. So I don't know, whatever. I guess I stand them now. I guess I'm a Fuse or something, whatever.
Whatever it's called.
It is what it is. It's, it's great and I love it. So I'm falling down that rabbit hole, which is fine. It happens to us all. Lucid by Rina Sawayama. Mm-hmm. It's fabulous. I love this song so much. I've been listening to it so much. And I just saw an interview with her, which I thought was interesting. She moved to the UK when she was 10 or something, and born in Japan, and she moved to the UK. She had a really big album last year. It was really popular, did really well, was not going to be eligible for any British Music Awards because she was not born in the UK. And she was like, hi, I've lived here for 20 years. I make all my music here. All the people who worked on my album live here. She wrote a very impassioned letter to the committees that run things. And I saw this interview where she was talking about it, and she was pleasantly surprised that not only is she and her album now qualified for Rising Star and all this stuff this year, they can be in the awards. They set it at a fairly low bar. So from go forward, anybody who's been a landed immigrant for 5 years can, and is producing music in the UK. So it was kind of neat to see her talking about that and how proud of that she was, that she got them to kind of think about how kind
awful
of racist it was to be
it's not even kind of racist.
Yeah, it's
racist. Yeah.
I mean, because she's lived there. She's grown up there. All of her musical career has been in the UK.
And all the taxes from the musical career went to the UK.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, look at the movie Minari. It was, written, directed, and most of the actors were American. And it was nominated for foreign language film.
Yep.
I mean, and it's a story about the American dream. It's literally a story about the American dream set in America, starring Americans.
Yeah.
Foreign language. Okay. So, well, you know, they couldn't let the Koreans have it 2 years in a row, right? So they've got to they're trying to
slow down.
There's a reason why we're watching so much Korean stuff, people. Maybe, Western stuff needs to catch up. This band called Wave to Earth, a song called Surf that I really like. I mean, I like everything on there, but Surf was really, really good. They're kind of, I don't even know how to describe them, but I like it. Sometimes Spotify throws you things and you're like, oh, what is this? And it's a wonderful, wonderful gift. So
you're like, well, this is a curious.
Thank you.
Curious option.
Another one that was released, Stephanie Poetry released a single. I think it was this past month. It has 3 songs on it. 2 of them were released previous. But the new song, IRL, is a love song to her fans. And it's like, she just wishes she could be with us in real life. She's spent a lot of time over the last year on Twitch. She writes her music on Twitch with her fans watching, and she streams gaming, and she does karaoke, and she's on Twitch almost every night. She's on there all the time.
If you want to go ahead, she doesn't bring in a lot of numbers, and Jay streams with her a lot. She's probably in the couple hundred view range. So if you are a fan, not only is it a really great way to support her, but she would be super accessible for questions and interactions. And I do know that she has a new single coming up very soon, maybe within the week or something. I just saw a little teaser of the music video.
Yeah.
She was coming soon.
Oh yeah. So, and her music's always good. I like everything she puts out. She's very, very enjoyable. I quite like IRL is just, I just want to be with you in real life, and she lists off different cities that her fans are from and stuff. I want to be in Toronto and play in the snow, and I want to be in England and do this, and I want to go here and, walk on the beach and stuff, and just how she just wishes that she could be connecting with us over more than just the internet. So I thought that was...
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Soon enough, everyone. Soon enough.
And a couple weeks ago, Girl Davis from the former Chinchicha podcast was talking about an artist called Khalil Fong, yes. Sort of an R&B artist. He hasn't released anything new since 2016, but he has an extensive back catalog before that. So good, so good. I love this artist. I just listened to everything. So good. Just if you like that sort of R&B, I get a bit of a Michael Jackson, sort of 80s Michael Jackson, 90s, it's just really good, really, really good. And there's a lot of it. He has a collab with Zion T and Crush as well. So he's
cool.
He looks it's, you look at the picture and you're it doesn't quite match up. The picture, he's looks like a super nerd, but the music is so sexy and so good, and it's just great.
Nerds can be sexy.
Well, yes. Clearly, yes. So it just surprised me. I don't know, something about the way he looks on the first album that I looked at him on, I thought it kind of looked like the kind of guy that would be doing maybe just digital or something, digital music, more of a, I don't know, DJing or something. I don't know what it was about it, but the music that came out of the face was not what I was expecting. So
music came out of the face.
It was good though. It's very good, and not that there's anything wrong with this face. If you're a huge
good
fan,
face music,
just, it's all good. It's all good. One of the songs that was really speaking to me today, because it started snowing again after we had a nice warm snap. It's a Korean American indie band called Run River North. They got a lot of variety.
I really like them.
They're super good. They've got a song called Lonely Weather, and I've been listening to it a lot this week when it started snowing again, because it's only lonely weather. It'll thaw out. Go and get your sweater, the one that you like. I'm like, okay, I will. I'll go get my sweater.
If I must, I will. Fine.
Sort of on the flip side of that, I also got Spotify threw this group at me, and I really like it. I have no idea really why, but I'm okay with it. So it's an American group, indie group, called Young Rising Suns. I'm wondering if they threw it at me because it's an indie group, and one of the artists, I think he's American, but I think he might be like Filipino American, maybe. So maybe that's the part of the algorithm that Spotify connected for me. I don't know, but
Could be
like
trying to pick up stuff from 88 Rising.
So
Side.
Yeah.
So, and they're good. They're clever and fun, and the song Sunday Sunshine is just, about how Monday sucks, and it would just be nice to just chill out on Sunday all week long, and I like it. Oh, Big Marvel had new music come out, which is always a surprise. You never know what you're gonna get, because
you really don't.
Like he runs the gamut, different styles of music and different stuff that he does. I'm not a big fan on the title track. Like, it's a single with a B-side. I like the B-side a lot, though. But I mean, he always does really interesting videos and stuff too. He's fun to check out. He's been into these weird, I don't know, pie in the face videos lately on his YouTube channel with his friends and stuff.
Yeah, you also never know what you're gonna get on his YouTube channel either.
Nope.
Like, it's a real mixed bag.
Really.
YouTube channel.
I suddenly remembered a music video that I stumbled across. Cheetah.
Please do.
Oh yeah.
Cheetah did a song featuring Jamie called Villain.
Oh yes.
And the music video is
so good.
Amazing. It's like a little mini drama.
Yeah.
I love that.
I would watch that drama.
And the song was really pretty. So
yeah. It is. It's good.
Jamie actually came out with a couple of singles. She was with another guy that I don't know. I just saw.
Yeah.
I wasn't like super into the song, but it's kind of like a hip hop artist.
Yeah, because I feel like
Big,
I had
Big
that.
Naughty?
Maybe.
Big Naughty?
Could be.
Like I took a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's been she's been going on the music shows with Cheetah. So if you want to see it, like that version.
Oh, so yeah, the Big Naughty song music video it featured Jamie. It's called Joker. I feel like Joker and Villain almost exist in the same universe, kind of, too. Like, it all just felt very story involving guns. Like, lots of things going on. And then there's ATs over here with a gun, too. I'm like, everyone is having guns.
And then, man, it's been a long quarantine.
And then, there's this debut girl group, Try B.
Yeah.
Were they the ones with guns?
I can't remember. I've only watched their video once.
There was a debut girl group that they had a lot of guns. Like, it was kind of weird. Like,
yep.
I was like, okay.
There's so many debuts too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there is so many coming up. Yeah. My birthday alone has 3 or 4. Oh, Code had a debut.
Oh.
With a Q.
So, yeah. That was all interesting. Because I feel like they released a lot of music videos. I couldn't even quite keep track of which was the title and which wasn't. There's actually been a lot of discourse about them.
Well, yeah, because they've got a not so friendly to the homophobic side, but also maybe baiting on the other side.
Kind of you know, you can apply that to also larger, you know, there are some other
totally.
popular, very popular artists that, I mean, queer baiting is a thing, and it kind of makes you, you know, that is a topic, and that's definitely something to listen to LGBTQ people when they maybe talk about something like that and how it makes them feel.
I would kind of like put them in that like tattoo vibe, you know, all the things you said.
All the things you said, all the things you said, running through my head, running through my head, all the things you said.
This is why Natalia and I should never be in the same country together.
Our youth. We're having a little. It's getting late, guys.
Did you have anything else, Amanda? I did not mean to like butt in with my cheetah thing.
No, it's all good.
And for some reason, when Amanda was talking, I was like, I remembered that I had posted the cheetah music video on my Twitter, and then like Amanda had said "wow" or something, and then just popped up in my head, and I was like, "Oh, I need to say that. I need to say that."
It happens. So good. So no, I mean, I've listened. Like I said, I've been listening to Burlesque. Listen,
hey, Burlesque is great.
That music stops and she starts belting out that song, and I just woo! I love it, love it. I might do Pitch Perfect tomorrow, so you know, stay tuned.
Pitch Perfect is fun, man.
Pitch Perfect is so fun.
Yeah, it is. Before I forget, I want to say, especially because of everything that's going on, while our playlists on Spotify are kind of decimated right now, if you are really looking for the playlists on like some of the favorites that we talked about in those episodes, always on the blog, I post a YouTube playlist of what we talk about. Those are kind of more tailored to literally like, if we say a mention of something, it's there so you can like have a visual representation like per the episode.
So that means
those playlists
there's going to be tattoo on the playlist.
Yeah. So this playlist today will have tattoo on it. It will. Like, it's not a joke. It will.
Today. So later this week, I will be performing an incredible tattoo cover of all the things she said that will be on the. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Or am I? Listen, you never know how Natalia's week is gonna.
That's true.
You know.
But I'm specifically saying this, if you run across, if you're going through like our old catalog of stuff, so like say if you went to that 17 episode, I can't remember if that 17 episode we only talked about 17, or it was one of the, we used to do where we talked about what we're listening to and then talk about the group. So those playlists do, if we talked about what we were listening to, it does contain that, but like they're still there in another form. So if you're really like kind of hunting around, we do have that option. I think we're going to try to be better about like not relying on things, which we should have been doing in the very beginning too. So
yes,
but not all is not lost. There are there. So if you are the few who moved over to YouTube Music,
worry not
there.
Or if you want to go check out any of the music videos or things that we do talk about, I mean, they're there.
Yeah, and this episode will have a playlist of everything we talked about in order, like here, so you can actually see if you're like kind of interested in
so you can go check out Burlesque that Amanda is really into right now.
Really into.
You laugh, but I would actually put like one of the music videos that they have. I don't like just like keep it to like Asian content too.
We do all sorts of stuff around here, you know. We can't be boxed in. As a final note, speaking of something that Jesse just discovered right before we started recording that we're all very excited about. If you recall back a couple months in you know, I think around October, I would say, of 2020, there was talk of us being very excited about a pre-debut group because of literally nothing more than their name. Their name excited us, and that was WOW, which stands for Wizards of World or something like that.
Was it World of Wizards? We don't even know.
I think it's Wizards of World.
Wizards of World. We riffed on a little bit of becoming their biggest fans, creating like wizard hats to wear and stuff, and then they just disappeared, and we never heard anything from
And we
them.
honestly kind of gave up. We were like
Yeah,
accepting
we
the fate.
thought, we're like, I guess our little
The
wizard
pandemic,
men-
you know.
the pandemic claimed this valiant group of wizards, which if you play D&D, that tracks. Okay, that makes sense. However, they're debuting in like 3 days. Like,
yeah, by the
8th.
time this episode is out, like they will be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just gonna say it. If they don't go deep wizard, I'm gonna be a little sad, but I'm still going to, try my best to like.
So do we expect fake beards or?
I think they're gonna go maybe sexy wizard. Maybe like a magic user, more of a sorcerer concept.
I kind of feel like they might like do more of like what the wizard in a future is like, they're not robes, they're like sci-fi wizards.
Oh,
yes,
so the fact that they kind of just reappeared and they're gonna debut, we have very high expectations.
They're like pulling an Avatar on us. It's like when the world needed them most. They returned. The wizards are back. Even though they were never anywhere to begin with, but they're here for the first time.
Now I will say, if the wizards be wizards, like wizardy,
oh, I can only hope.
They
dream.
really do have to go hang out with the Kingdom kids.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my gosh, some crossover events. Come on now.
Oh my god, if they did like a crossover variety show, oh my gosh,
Oh,
I'd be
yes.
so into it. So into it.
I don't know why these two groups haven't already hired us as their like concept managers. Like
obviously they need
couldn't
it.
make this work. Be like, listen, you both have nerdy names. We're gonna go for the D&D demographic. It's like, you like tabletop games? You do now.
Specifically you, because you know how they assign like
Yes.
Yeah.
roles
You're the
and like
nerd.
personalities and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
You're the visual nerd, okay? Got it. Good.
The visual
You-
nerd.
He's gonna like take his glasses off slowly and look at the camera.
Or like from the movie That Thing You Do, and it's like you're always going to be carrying this 16-sided tie. Like this
Yeah.
is what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I could just see them like in a suit, like just like walking and like throwing the die up in the air too, like as like a
Yes.
start because they're all models, which
Guys,
is
I
they
think
really like legitimately are models, but
I think that we might need to start a boy band because I think we've just come up with the greatest concept for a boy band that's ever lived. Like, okay,
Yeah.
and we're saying this as if we have no idea what their actual concept is.
None
We're
whatsoever.
not privy to any of this information.
Watch them just debut with just a cute concept and be like,
Yeah,
Like a Harry Potter thing happening, and they're all just gonna be like, dee, 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 dee. We're
You're like,
cute. Yeah.
I'd be a little disappointed, but listen, we don't know anything. It might be great, it might be mad, we don't know. But the dream is alive. As of this recording, the dream is alive. And speaking of this recording, I think we have come to the end of what we are listening to. Thank you for stopping in and listening. And if you haven't, earlier this week, there was What We Were Watching. You can listen to this podcast, which you're already doing, anywhere podcasts can be found, but you can also go to our website, certifiednoonas.com, for all those linky goodness for everything that we talked about. If you wanted to become a supporter of this podcast, you can go to ko-fi.com/certifiednoonas to become part of our Certified Found family. They're our little family over there that love, that support us, and we think they're the tops. They're the best. And if you want to find us on social media, we are always at Certified Noonas, all one word. We mostly live on Twitter. And if you're into K-pop, the Instagram is where all the newest releases information can be found. Like it's always popping over there. But we live on Twitter, so send us some questions, send us your comments. We love to hear it. So you have a fantastic week. Stay safe, drink some tea, do a little dance, have a good time. get down tonight if you want, but responsibly. Unless they're in your bubble, socially distance, you know what I'm talking about.
Anyway.
Anywho, have a fantastic week and keep listening to Asian music. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.